Council members, I'm Maverick Welsh. I'm president of the Houston GLBT Political Caucus. I'm very, very excited about this ordinance, very optimistic. I think it's time that Houston joins all the other major cities in America and offering these types of protections for people so that we can attract the best and brightest talent. But I want to tell you a little story. Before I was a small business owner, I was a history teacher for a long time. And inside of HISD, we had one of these ordinances passed. And periodically, we'd have students that were questioning themselves, their sexuality. They were going through the stress of high school. We've all been there. And I was approached one time about a student that was suicidal at one of the schools that I worked at. And no other teacher would speak on it or speak to the student because they were worried. None of the other gay teachers would speak to the student. The administration asked me to intervene. I had a conversation with the student, and the non-discrimination policy that was in place.
It is, no, Councilor Starting. Go ahead, Maverick.
Thank you. The non-discrimination policy that was in place allowed me to have a conversation with the student that told the student that it was better, that their life would get better. I wasn't worried about losing my job because I knew that HISD had a policy in place that protected my job. That's the power of one of these ordinances. When you tomorrow decide on this ordinance, I want you to consider the lives that you may be saving as a result of this ordinance. I think that's something you've got to consider. I've given you an example, a real-life example that was my experience as a teacher inside of HISD, but I know there will be many, many, many other examples. We're very passionate about this issue. I'm very passionate about this issue, as many of you know. That's why. I've seen these policies save lives. And by the way, that student's doing fine now. He's moved on. He's in college. And I think he's going to be okay because I think he saw that an adult stepped up and said, you're going to be fine. And I could do that because there was an ordinance like this in place in HISD. So thank you. I hope you do the right thing tomorrow.
I need a motion to Mr. Welch. I need favoring opposed motion carries. Councilmember Bradford.
Thank you, Mayor. Maverick, let me pose this question in your official capacity as president of the GLBT. Those of us who, during the screening process, who said yes, we would support a non-discrimination ordinance, was it expected that we just blindly support whatever, whenever, or was it expected that we take time and vet it, discuss it, get input, and understand, and then make a decision?
I think it's always great to do exactly what you're saying. I think, and I think, has this process been perfect? No. But, you know, and those of us who've been part of other city ordinances, you know, the process involved in making one of these ordinances complicated. There are a lot of different groups that are involved. You know, is this ordinance perfect for the GLBT community? No. But I think it's, you know, to quote the mayor on this, I don't think that the enemy has to be the perfect or the good. I think we're at a really good place. And I think that you know, we strongly support what's been proposed and what's been discussed this morning. So I think we need to move forward and pass it tomorrow. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Mayor.
Do you wish to make a motion, Councilor Kubash?
Motion to extend.
Second discussion. Favoring opposed motion carries.
Maverick, sometime around 11 o'clock yesterday evening, we got this email from William Paul that there was going to be a press conference. And now we hear that there's been a deal cut. And was you a part of that deal cutting to change and take out the restrooms?
I wasn't part of the discussions with the partnership directly, although I did meet with Bob Harvey with the partnership last week.
No, I'm talking about in the last 24 hours. Have you been meeting with them?
I had a conversation with a lot of different people in the last 24 hours about this.
I understand. I'm trying to get to I'm trying to understand something. Are you in favor of removing the bathroom part, the restroom part of the
Section B? Yes, absolutely.
So you're in favor of removing that?
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, is it the perfect compromise for us? No, but I think it's the right thing to do.
Has the GLBT community had an opportunity to express themselves to you and to vote on it, or to have a caucus?
Actually, the caucus did authorize me at the last meeting to negotiate, if necessary, any of these amendments. So I've been authorized by my community to speak on behalf of the community.
Thank you very much.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.